What's up? Welcome back to the $1 Million Challenge. I'll start off with $1. I'm trying to get 1% profit every single day until I get to $1 million through sports betting, gambling, and investing. Right now we're sitting on day 494 with a total capital of $8,065. And we're going to be testing your guys' strategies today. We have a community challenge going on where I'm trying to see who has the best winning strategy that consistently profits. So for today, we did have some sports bets. This is back from May 23rd, 2026. We made about $9.50 in profit, so a pretty decent day. Nothing crazy, but it is a little bit of profit there. Is proof that we placed those bets. And then coming back to the sheet here, our 1% profit goal should be about $80. We did go up in crypto a little bit, and we went up in our investment account stayed flat, but we had $7 in bonuses, a little bit of sports betting profits. So our 1% profit goal should be about $81, but we only need to get about $47 for the day. So what we're going to be doing, like I said, is running your guys' strategy. So we ran this dice strat by Chuckles. It's a low risk dice strat. It's actually kind of high risk, low key. Keep it real. But I already got this set up, so we're gonna hop on the website and run it. The last time I ran this, by the way, it hit the last bet. I think it was an $80 bet on a $100 bankroll, and it did profit at the end there, but it got to the last bet. These are the conditions for the strategy, just so you know what we're doing. I'm not gonna read through them real quick, but it's pretty straightforward. And we're gonna be using a $200 balance since this one already won. So it's gonna be, I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm having faith. The fact that this already did profit. The base bet for this is 0.01% of your balance. So for a $100 balance, it would be 1 cent. Since we have $200, I'm gonna start with 2 cents. And it goes pretty quick. He says it runs slow. I guess, yeah, he has a picture in here. It ran for like 3,500 bets. When we ran this last time, we ran it for like probably a couple hundred bets because it dropped down really low. But I think this starts off on a 66 chance. It should just like automatically go. Yeah, it should be good. Okay. We're just gonna run it though, and I might speed it up because when, like he said, it's a very slow strategy, he said, but when we ran it last time, it went very quick. So we'll see. The limit reached. What does that even mean, dude? What are we doing here? I don't know. I just randomly stopped. All right, we're gonna run with this though and see if we can make $50 in profit. So every strategy of your guys that I'm running, I'm trying to get 25%. So for today, with the $200 bankroll, the 25% profit would be $50. And sorry, I'm just looking at the graph here. I don't know why it's just like tanking. I really don't like that. All right, caught itself. But yeah, so try to get 25% profit on everyone's strategy to keep things even, because I use 4% stop loss every day to get 1% profit. So for today, we need to get $50 in profit for the day to reach our 1% profit goal. So I'm running the $200 balance so that the 25% profit goal for the challenge would equate to our 1% profit goal for the day. And we'll see how this goes. So it looks like it's gonna be a slow one. We're gonna speed this up. I'll be back hopefully once this profits. All right, so it did profit. Look at that last bet though, $163. We made $245. That was definitely our last bet. So this is what it did last time. Luckily it profited, dude. That's so stressful. Holy cow. But yeah, we got down to our last bet there after getting a decent amount of losses, and luckily hit on that last one. And yeah, we made $75 in profit. So it's a pretty risky strategy. I feel like he said it's like super safe, low risk, but I feel like it's pretty risky. But we did make profit, so I'm not gonna complain about it. We got $75, way above our profit goal. Definitely needed that. Happy I used $200 in a profit. If I would have busted, I'd been really mad that I used $200, but we're gonna take it as it is. I'm gonna enter that in the sheet and then we'll move on. I'm gonna try to run a lot of strategies today too. I forgot to say that earlier. But I'm gonna probably speed a lot of them up. But we're gonna try to run like a bunch of strategies today. As long as I can keep profiting, we're gonna try to rip through as many as we can. So we're going to keep this moving and try to move pretty quick today. So day 494 was a win. We got about $76 in profit on the website. Definitely needed that. A little bit above our profit goal for the day there. Nice little boost to the bankroll. Moving on to day 495. We did have some sports bets for the day. We had some futures cash outs. You can see the bet sizes are very small relative to my bankroll now, but I placed these way back when the bankroll was a lot smaller. But some of those cashed out, some of them profit, some of them lost. I think we had about $24 added to the balance overall, which everything pretty much stayed flat. We had no bonuses or anything, but you can see that the futures column updated because we had some futures cash out. So this column here did drop about like $77. So because of that, our account did go down. We had some sports betting profits, but then the futures dropped. So we did like technically go down on the day. Going into the day here, so our 1% profit goal should be about $81, and we would need to get $125 to reach a 1% profit goal. But we're gonna try to just get like maybe $100. It's kind of the goal. We'll see. Maybe we'll just maybe we'll just run one strategy. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not gonna push it too far, but we're not gonna be trying to chase losses too much. But as for the strategy for today, so this one, but Chuckles did win, so we're going to move that over to the next round here. Try to move that over a little bit so it looks a little bit better for you guys. So we have that moving on to the next round. We'll mark that green as it was a winner. So we're going to try this coin flip strategy by Alexi, and it's a crazy one. We did this last time, and I think it profited like 30 bets, but it's a 50% profit coin flip strategy. It's pretty crazy. I already got the setup though, so we're going to run it. I'm going to vault some money real quick. We're going to vault the profits. And we're going to stick with the $200 bankroll because these ones already did profit, these strategies. So I know they're possible, but I'm trying to, we know they won at least once. So we're trying to increase the potential of making some profit, which does increase the risk of losing more money, but that's how gambling works. So the way this strategy works is super straightforward. We're going to go auto on flip, select 3 random heads or tails. So we're gonna randomly pick this real quick. We're going with the 3 tail. It's pretty crazy. On lose or on a loss, you increase by 30%. On a win, you reset, and then whenever you get a hit, you just flip the opposite of what we're running here. So every time we get a profit, we will just switch these up to be all heads. So I randomly selected that, and he said you can go up to like 50% profit on our starting bankroll, which would be $100 for me. We're gonna try to just get 25%, so it'll be $50. And the starting bet size is 1 penny for every, or he said 10 cents for every $100, which seems kind of crazy. I think we're gonna stick with 2 pennies. I think that's gonna be the move. That's what I did last time. Yeah, I did 1 penny for every $100. So yeah, we're gonna stick with that. And it did make profit within like 30 bets. So I'm a little bit nervous, but we're gonna try it. So we're all set up, and we're gonna rip it. So the way this works is every time you get a loss, it's gonna increase by 30%, which can get pretty large bet size pretty fast. So we'll see. I got this not running on instant bet because it can probably just get rinsed immediately. But you can see the bet sizes are up to 30 cents, and there's a hit. So we got $1.33 in profit. We were doing 20 cents as our base bet. We'd be up to like $13 already. But you can see this will go on some dips. So the way he wants us to run this is just flip those, which statistically is like the same risk really. Depends how you look at it. There's another quick win. So yeah, last time we ran this, we were going on some crazy dips. So I'm gonna stick with the 2 cent starting bet here. We're getting a lot of wins. Okay. We'll just keep running this then. I guess I'll turn on instant bet since it's doing pretty good. And we'll just flip it. We're trying to get, like I said, $50 in profit. So if it does keep getting these small wins, we'll take them. But I don't know. I'd rather be safe than sorry. Yeah, last time we ran this, it was not doing this. It wasn't getting this many wins. So I could see why he's saying his bet size should be 10 cents for $100. We'll take it though. It's still moving pretty good though. I will admit it's gonna move pretty quick, I think. Okay. So probably speed this up. We'll keep running it as is. I'm just be doing the same thing here, and here we go on a big dip. We'll see how this pulls through. See, look at that. It started going on pretty good, but then we went up to $6 in profit. So yeah, I'm gonna speed this up, and we'll be back in a few seconds. Hopefully, once this profits. All right, there it is. Profit pretty good right there. You could argue if I did start off with the 20 cents, I would have made the profit go a lot quicker. Definitely a lot quicker. It would have been 10 times quicker. But you can see right here, this did go on a pretty good dip. We were up about $26 in profit, and it went down. I think the bet size on that last one there was $8. So it's starting to get pretty big, as you can see. These bet sizes are starting to increase pretty large. But luckily we hit a crazy bet there and got a $55 profit total for this strategy. So really good. I'm glad these strategies are starting to win. After the first round, they're continuing to win. I hope they just win like a million times through. We can just keep running them for like a year. I doubt it's going to happen. But either way, we're going to enter that and then move on. All right, so Alexi's coin flip strategy did make profit, so that's going to win, and we'll move it on to the next round. Like to see it, man. It's feeling pretty good. Got all these green strategies, bigger balances. We're digging it. We're gonna move on to adult pluses. He calls it the keno high risk strategy, but it's dice, and it's mines, but he spells keno like keno detergent. Keno detergent. Yeah, from COD, keno, right? Zombies. That's how he spells it. So it's not a keno strategy. It's actually a mine strategy. But we're gonna run this. So the way this one works is pretty straightforward. We're gonna reset the live stats real quick. Again, we're going for $50 here. On the day, we need a total of like 120 something, but we're just gonna try to get like $100 in profit today and call it there, not push it too far. So we're just gonna stick with a $200 balance. The base bet is 1 penny for every $100. So we're gonna be doing 2 cents for our $200 bankroll here, our balance. And then you're going to select 7 mines, select 4 tiles, which he has this set up. And he says, whenever you win, you're going to change up the tiles. But the way this works is on win, you reset. On loss, you increase by 69%. And then your stop on profit's $10 for every $100. So for us, it's $20. But every time you hit that profit goal, you're going to reset like the different tiles. You can just change it up whatever you want. That's what he says to do. So hopefully this does well, and we make another round of profit here. I'm gonna keep this on instant bet and just let this cook for a little bit, and I'll probably speed this up because it might be a little bit of a slower strategy. But whenever this wins, if it hits that first $20 in profit, I will adjust the tile selected. We're starting on a big dip. There's the win right there. Yeah, whenever we win, hopefully we do, I'll reset those tiles and run it back until we get to $50 in profit. Well, that immediately just got decimated, which does kind of blow. Can't even increase the bet size because we're supposed to increase it by 69%. So that hurts, but it's the way she goes, man. That's gambling for you. Definitely a high risk strategy. It's pretty risky for sure. But we might run one more strategy real quick. Yeah, we'll run another one just to keep the challenge moving. So let me set up another one real quick. All right, so unfortunately, adult pluses strategy did lose. We're gonna mark that red, and we're gonna try to run this wheel strat by Simon Roll 24. We were in this last time. It was pretty crazy, pretty high risk. Whoops, that's the wrong screen. There we go. Okay, so straightforward again, like I keep saying. We put out another 170 something to get to, or 160 something to get to $200. I put out some more money from the vault. We're gonna reset the live stats. And the way this one works, he says you should do a penny for every $32.80 to allow for 8 losses. So for me, that should be a base bet of about 6 cents, but I think I'm gonna do 2 cents. Last time I ran this, it profited. We start off with 1 penny for $100 just to give him more progressions. Because this increases really quick, as you'll see. It's medium risk, 30 segments. On win, you reset. On loss, you increase by 200%. And our profit goal is going to be $50 with our $200 bankroll to go for 25% profit. And we're going to start this bad boy, man. This one's going to be kind of sketchy, but it's going to triple up each time we lose, I believe, the 200% increase. And we're starting to get some wins. Let me turn on instant bet. Let this rip. Yeah, it's going to triple up every time we lose. So that's why I want to give it a lot of progressions, because it can just absolutely tank. And yeah, we're going for 50 bucks. So ideally, we get a nice little build up here and then hit like a 3 or 4x and get a massive payoff. I think that's what happened last time. But it is asking for the perfect scenario. So I'm going to speed this up. Win or lose, we're going to call it for the day after this one. And hopefully we do make some profit here. So we just busted, so we kind of need some profit, but I'll be back in a few seconds. All right, that was literally a few seconds. That was actually super fast. I got kind of dicey there towards the end. As you can see, we dropped very low. We were down to 63 bucks. Our last bet was our final bet. We had a $131 bet and it hit a 2x. Imagine if that was a 3 or 4x. That'd been crazy. But yeah, pretty risky. It did profit, which we really needed that extra profit. I think we're still down on the day, but at least that kind of recovers us a little bit. So we'll take that as it is. So that wheel strat will move on to the next round. Again, pretty high risk, but it did work. So mark that green. I'm gonna update the sheet real quick and then we'll wrap up. All right, so for day 495, we did lose a total of $47 gambling, which honestly could have been a lot worse. We lost like 160 something on that first strat, so we'll take it. Overall on the day though, we are technically up gambling. We did 2 days playthrough and we made a total of $29 in profit from gambling. But overall in the video, we went down 15 bucks, which pretty much just stayed flat, which is not bad. It's not bad. I'll take staying flat. So it could be worse, man. I'm not upset about it, so we'll take it. Next episode, you can see our balance will drop a little bit there, so we'll deal with that when the time comes. But until then, we're just gonna take our little flat session for the video and call it. So not too many updates here based on that. We're still sitting pretty flat looking at our graph. And then here's our stats I've been showing at the end of every video. Our investment account's up 19%, dude. It's doing pretty darn good. I want to get some more money in the investment account. I like to put money in there like once a week, but we need to make profit before I can actually start moving money over there. So we need a profit from sports betting and gambling so I can move money into the investment account. But yeah, it's doing really good. Crypto is down about 6.5%, so really not terrible there. And then yeah, our total bonus is about 3,800. Our winning rate gambling is about 71%. So ideally that should be about like 75% or more, but we're still pretty darn close to stay profitable. It has to be above 75% gambling, so not bad. We're still pretty tight. That's gonna be it for this one. Hope you guys enjoy. Do not gamble. It's a losing game in the long run. Invest your money, save it, do something smart with it. Like the video, subscribe if you haven't already, join the Discord server if you're already in there. Leave a comment with any thoughts or suggestions. And until next time, take care of yourself and I'll see you in the next video. All right, peace.